Why do politicians like John Edwards risk their careers by having extramarital affairs? We're joined by two psychologists, Dr. Robi Ludwig, contributing editor of Cookie Magazine, and Dr. Frank Farley of Temple University. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Since the second you heard this headline and you heard that he was going to make his confession, what did you think?
My first question was this the first time that it happened? Because that would mean something different if he was somebody who had a
serial philanderer
pattern of
per se.
affairs.
Yeah, right.
Or if there was, you want to know, what was the trigger?
Yeah.
So I wonder if there was something about his wife's illness that somehow got him to cheat, or contributed at least.
You're cutting him a break then, it sounds like.
Well, you know, I think that we get so caught up in good or bad. You know, is somebody a good person or bad person? Cheating is wrong.
Right.
But I think that there are multiple factors. Was he doing it because he had a fear of losing his wife? I mean, there are lots of different reasons.
Okay.
Wouldn't be the only reason.
I hear that.
But
There may be a degree of legitimacy to that. Dr. Farley?
Here we go again.
Right.
And is this similar or different to all the others? And that was my question about the whole thing.
This woman in question has a very interesting history. Jay McInerney is writing in one of the papers this weekend about knowing her as this kind of barfly who had this kind of crazy past, has this epiphany to, I'm going to turn into something else. From reading everything I read, it seemed to me that she targeted Edwards. Did you not have the same impression?
Well, that could certainly be, and there are many politicians who are targeted. They're powerful, sometimes they're good-looking, so they are going to be in a situation that other quote-unquote normal men may not be in.
Here's my question. Here's what's going on in his brain. He has everything at risk. He's running for president again. There's no question about that. As this is going on, as his wife is suffering from this horrible disease, he decides, well, it's okay.
It's possible he couldn't stop himself, in the sense.
Yeah.
You know, the career of politics involves all sorts of change, variety, novelty, risk, uncertainty. They tend to be natural rule breakers, the folks who go in there, you know. If they followed the strict rules, they'd have a 9-to-5 ordinary job. It's not an ordinary job.
Right.
And there's all the admirers, the opportunities. And so this is why it happens so frequently. It attracts a certain kind of person into that lifestyle. If you walk down the streets of New York, ask how many people who want to run for president. Almost none. Almost
They might
none.
want to be president, but nobody wants to run for it. Nobody wants to go through this stuff.
The job description is not acceptable to most people.
Elizabeth Edwards has been amazing. She said, I'm sticking with this guy. This is, you know, part of what life is about. Surprised, not surprised?
Not surprised. I mean, a lot of these women must know that their men are going to be targeted, and maybe they make a decision. Listen, my relationship is more important than some woman. I'm not going to allow some fling to interfere with my relationship. And also, it's a business relationship for a lot of these people, in addition to being an emotional
It's a family enterprise.
That's
family.
right.
Politicians aren't like the rest of us, you understand, and neither are their spouses. And so they're attracted to certain things in these guys, and sometimes there are consequences.
Willing to pay the
FDR,
prices.
JFK, Clinton, on
and on and on and on. Thank you both for being with us. Robi Ludwig and Frank Farley. If you'd like to see a timeline of the rise and fall of John Edwards, just go to our website. That's earlyshow.cbsnews.com.